Welcome to Xtra, presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter, very censored. You can follow Xtra on Twitter at Xtra VDG. Be sure to follow Xtra on Twitter at Xtra VDG. Check out the website too, xtra.vdgsports.com. And I have a surprise. For you. This is being recorded, sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. Once again, this is being recorded and it's sponsored by, or is it sponsored by? Yeah, it's sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. That means you can check out the live, or not live, you can check out the video feed at VinceDouglasGregory.com. That's VinceDouglasGregory.com. You need me to spell that again? You know what to do. You need me to spell that again? You know what to do. And you can keep up with me and my whereabouts at that same place. Yeah. Now that that's out of the way, noobs, hey, thank you for giving me the chance. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I just want to say thank you. I am very, very honored that you would give me just a little bit of your time. I'm extremely honored that you would give me so much of your time, even if it's just for a couple seconds. Hey, thank you. I'm honored. Regs, what can I say? We back at it again. We do this almost every day. We do this because we like doing it, and we come back. And I'm gonna have to give a shout out to my non-verbal communication peeps. I'm doing that because this is the first simulcast. That's what we're going with, simulcast. Now, this is the first behind the scenes or in front of the scenes that's going to be available on the website. So I had to give you a shout out because we communicate nonverbal. It wasn't the fact that you didn't know. It's the point that I wanted everyone else to know that you mean a lot. You're important. I care. Nonverbal peeps, hey, this is for you. This is for you. And like I said, I had a lot of things cooking in the pipeline. Since this is the first one, there's a lot of bugs to work out. There's a lot of things to work out. It's only going to get better with time. And I just say, just hold on for the ride, because the ride is not going to be bumpy. It's going to be rocky, but it's going to be rocky with the knockout blow and ready for the punches, because that's how we do it. That is how we do it. Yeah. Thank you too, by the way. Thank you too. Now that all of that's out of the way, it is time. It is time for me to explain. It is time for me to, tell that epic journey, that pure chaotic moment. Noobs, you don't know. Regs, you know, and those who shall go nameless, you know as well. It was that time for me to get that petrol. It was that time for me to get that fuel. It was the time for me to get that gasoline. Because look. I made a promise to myself long ago, when I made that walk of shame. Not the one you're thinking about, but the other walk of shame. When you're walking and you got that gas can or that gasoline can in your hand, and you're walking down the street and people blowing at you, yelling at you, hollering at you, saying, hey, you need a ride. But no. You turn that ride down, because you know that walk of shame is gonna build character. That's a character building moment. So I took that walk of shame, and when I was taking that walk of shame, I said to myself so many decades ago, I ain't never doing this again. I ain't never doing this again. And you know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna explain it anyway. I'm never gonna run out of petrol again. I may blow up some few engines. I may blow up a lot of engines. I may blow up more than 3 engines. I may even break a few windows. I may crack a few windows. I may attempt to break my own window just to get inside my car because I don't want to be rained on. I might do all of that. But I ain't running out of petrol again. I'm not running out of petrol again. And that promise is definitely a promise I've been keeping, but it's not as easy as it sounds. It is not easy as it sounds. In fact, this last time, I thought that I was going to come close. In fact, I thought I was going to come close. It is not because I was trying to run out of petrol, run out of fuel, run out of gasoline and all of that stuff. No. It was because when I got there, I didn't know what to do. I know, peeps. It almost sounds just like the last time. Sorta. With the keypad going haywire, with the keypad not working like it should have. But hey, this was a different station. This was a different place. This was a different time. This was a different scenario. Everything about this is different. So let's go ahead and call this the same difference. Let's go ahead and call this the same difference. I got there. In fact, let me back up a few. I knew that I needed to get that petrol. I knew that I needed to get that gasoline. I knew that I needed fuel. But I decided to put it off a day because I was just too tired, like I am now, as you can tell and as you can see, but I'm not sweating, which is a good thing. I knew that I needed to get that fuel, to get that petrol, but at the time, I just did not have the energy. I was in energy conserving mode. Look it up, Google it, or better yet, go back and check the Starker documents. That's something that we've created here. That is something that we created here, and you're welcome. You've just been privy to the inside. Anyway. I was in energy conserving mode, so I decided to wait a day to go and get this petrol, to go and get this fuel. So I was like, all right, it's cool. I know where I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go holler at my partner, go holler at my boy, go holler at him and say, yo, what it be like? It's been over a year, but I'm okay. I'm fine. Nah, I wasn't gonna do that. Maybe I'll do this next go round. But this time, it wasn't happening. I got up. I knew what I had to do. I was prepared. I was going. I went to the place. I was at the station. Everything was looking like that it was going to go smoothly. Everything was looking like it was fine. Everything looking like it was okay. Actually, but it wasn't. Looks can be deceiving, as you can see. Looks can be deceiving. I thought everything was fine. I thought everything was gonna be okay. It looked like that it was just going to be a regular adventure. Didn't look like an epic journey, and it definitely was not pure chaos or chaotic, because I haven't done chaos or pure chaotic in a very long time, and I just want to pause. I just want to pump my brakes. I just want to look to the sky and say, universe, thank you. Thank you for pushing back and granting my wish about chaos and chaotic moments, because I don't know if I can deal right now. Thank you, universe. Thank you kindly. Thank you very kindly, universe, because the chaotic moments and the pure chaos, it's just too much for me to handle. It is just too much for me to handle. ATM. It's just too much. It wasn't any of that. So this was more on a epic journey, possibly adventure, maybe, but it was an epic journey. It was an epic journey. I mean, it seemed like everything was a-okay and going to work out fine. I pull up, I hop out, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's cool. I'm good. Nobody around so far. Then other people start coming around eventually. That's fine. That's fine. You know, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. Everything's all right. I'm like, all right, yeah. Then I started, or I attempt to get started. I do what I need to do, unhook, pop up, what have you. Hey, I know how to fuel. I pump my own gas. I pump my own fuel. I pump my own petrol. Hey, nobody does it for me, or nobody, no, none of that. But before I get started, right, I gotta figure out method of pay. I don't feel like walking in. I don't feel like going outside and, you know, walking up to the front and paying. None of that. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna pay at the pump. It is what it is. It's Manny being Manny. I'm gonna pay at the pump. But the new structure, the keypad is somewhat different, but not broken like the previous place. It's not broken or anything like that. But the mechanism that takes and accepts your card is a little bit shady. It's a little bit questionable. It's a little bit peculiar. It's peculiar, right? For the final answer. Because the thing has like a picture of a card or some kind of thing of a card, then it's like X through, and then it has like a little chip symbol on it. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I like to draw pictures. I like the color, but hieroglyphics, that's a little bit above my pay grade. Hieroglyphics, that's over my head. That is over my head. I just don't understand. It's something that looks like a credit card. Okay, I get that. Like a little chip on the credit card. Okay, I get that. Then it got the X between it. Okay, I understand that. So I'm trying to put all this together in my head. And I'm trying to put all this together in my head in like less than 2 seconds. Or 2 seconds? Less than 2/10 of a second. I'm trying to put all this in my head. I'm trying to calculate it. My gut feeling, my intuition, my anticipation game. I'm not gonna say that they wasn't prepared for this. I'm just gonna say that I eventually did listen to them at the end when I was able to process all of the information by the attempts that I made to eventually pay for this petrol. But to start it off, I needed more data. To start it off, I needed more information. To start it off, I just needed more intel. So I look at it, I was like, okay, this means card, no, not accepting with the chip. So I deciphered that to the point where, okay, I can use my card, but it doesn't accept the chip. It doesn't accept the chip. So that means I put it in and I pull it out, because cards that accept the chip, you put it in and you just leave it in and it stays in, right? Wrong. I put the card in, I slid it out, and then next thing you know, there's some like things that's happening, some things that are taking place, and then it say it's temporary something, then it's something else that's saying like a symbol or see, once again, hieroglyphics is not my strong suit. Something else is like the card, put that thing back in or something. I don't know. All I know it didn't work. It did not work. Then it was something about cancel something. I don't know. At this point, I'm freaking out. At this point, my heart is beating out of my chest. At this point, I'm like, Houston, we have a problem. At this point, I'm like, if this Manny being Manny, when Manny is not being Manny. Because I need Manny to not be Manny right now. I need to get this petrol. I need to get this fuel, because the end game, the objective is not to run out of petrol. The end game is to keep the promise that I made to myself decades ago. That's the end game. Dealing with this, I was like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm gonna try a different card. Maybe that hieroglyphics, maybe that card in that chip and the X in between, maybe that means I can't use a card with a chip in it. So I go and I look and I try to grab another card from my pocket that don't have the chip. But guess what? All of them have the chip. So now I'm like, let me just cycle through the cards, right? First card didn't work. I go with the second one, right? I try the same thing. Same exact thing happens. There's something about C cashier or something else. I don't know. I really wasn't paying attention at that point because I'm freaking out. I'm trying to get my heart rate to slow down. I'm trying to get my beats per minute to get in a reasonable range. You know, not the range of a athlete. Just a regular human, sedentary human being that's sitting down, waiting to eat, possibly, watch TV, possibly, or just do something a little less stressful. How about that? That didn't work. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, what have you. Then I go for the third one. Like, third time's a charm, right? That's what they say. Third time's a charm, right? Right? Wrong. Same exact thing. And I know what you're thinking right now. I know exactly what you're thinking. This man got 3 cards? This man used 3 cards? Hey, ATM cards, banking cards, whatever. It's almost the same thing. It's not like I have 3 major credit cards or 3 different major credit cards. No. I don't roll that way. I do not roll that way. So I was like, at this point, I got decisions to make. At this point, I got choices to make because I've been at this pump, standing outside this pump for over 2 minutes. So let's try over 2 minutes under 5. So somewhere in between, you do the math, you do the calculations, because I just took away half of the guesstimation for you. I just took away half of the guesstimation for you. So you do the rest of the math. I've been at this pump for this long. There's a cashier that's up in there. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what's going through his mind, but obviously can't be anything good. And then there's other people that's there who knows what they're plotting and planning. So I'm like, super duper, and yes, I said duper, super duper aware. And that's when I just take a few deep breaths. I'm like, all right, okay. Intuition, gut feeling, anticipation game. One of y'all's need to come and save me. One of y'all's need to come and help me out because right now I'm struggling. Right now I am struggling and I need some help. Then something just felt like, why don't you go back to the first card and hold it in long enough, and then when something changed or think about changing, then you pull it out slowly. I did that, and it worked. Keypad wasn't messed up like last time, but this was a different station, different place, same difference. Keypad worked, entered my information, and I got to begin. I got to start. My heart rate started to decrease. Anticipation game, intuition, gut feeling once again helped me out. I was able to keep the promise to myself, and above all else, I was like, yeah, ooh. So I'm out there, just like swerving to my own beat of my drum. There's no music playing, but that's okay because I'm feeling good. I got this petrol going through. I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm gonna keep a promise, no walk of shame. But if I did have to take a walk of shame, it'd be right to the cashier. Be like, can you help me out? So that ended. That stopped because when I finished fueling up, then it got to the last bits, the last end, and there was more decision. It was another decision to make. It was another choice to make. This choice was not hard at all. I get to the end, and there's the question: do you want a receipt? Yes or no? I usually take receipts. I mean, look at me. I usually take receipts. Period. End of story. I'm a receipt kind of dude. I'm a receipts kind of man. I press yes for the receipt. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting and waiting. Then finally, the machine comes back. The thing kicks back and says, see cashier for receipt. No. You're not getting me with that. At this point, I'm like, I'd rather cut off my nose to spite my face. I usually get receipts. I'm usually a receipt man. But at this point, if I go to the cashier to get a receipt, when I could have went to the cashier to begin with, to start this off and save myself over 5 minutes, I value efficiency. I value time. But there's one thing that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do something on top of doing something when I could have did that original thing in the first place. No. Especially when it has no effect on the outcome, period. Nah. I was like, receipt, see cashier, peace out. So I hit the deuces and I'm gone. He can keep the receipt. He can write the date, he can write the time on it. He can be like, that guy right there, I don't know what he about, but his anticipation game and his intuition and his gut feeling is something to marvel at. It is something to marvel at.